Okay, in your yesterday's sessions, we have seen about introduction on your Tally, as well as we have seen how to create a company for yourself in your Tally software, and the introduction, what is the version, releases and other things we discussed in the previous class. Okay, today let us see how we will be working with the Tally and how things will go on with the Tally and other things as possible today. Okay, here I'll just small recap on the yesterday's classes here. You can concentrate, students, please. Okay, here this is your Tally Prime software. Just double click on that as it is installed in your system. Just double click it, open it. I see none of the people have submitted your assignments. Few of them will get attendance who are submitting the assignments by today. If not, no attendance will be given for anybody. Yesterday's assignment should be shared, then only the attendance will be considered. Okay. Yes, yes. The few who have submitted, I will give the attendances. Those who have not, I won't be giving the attendances. Please share it immediately if you are doing it. Okay. Okay. Here, in your yesterday's class, we created a company. We opened the software. Okay. We go to create company. We provide all the credentials here and we check with the company data path and other things and accepted it. And we created a company. Now let us search for the company, whether it is listing in my list or what. Okay, okay, no problem. Submitted. Okay, here our company name is Cindy. Okay, you can search as Cindy. You can see Cindy College BCom C section is available. Just open on it. It will defaultly directly open on it. You can see there. This is your company, and we have checked with your licensing part, what licensing we are doing on, and what is the current financial year we are working on, what is the current date, and we saw about most of the shortcuts like how to close the company, how to open the company, and how to shut the company, how to change with the date, how to simultaneously work with the companies, and many other features we saw yesterday with your introduction and navigation with your Tally screens. So today we're going to check on something called as masters. Okay, today we are going to check on something called as master. Okay, what is this masters? Okay, I'll explain you. Okay, very important part to do a transaction. Here you can see the flow in your Tally screen that it tells us masters first, transactions then, and then comes your reports. So if you have to get your reports done, your masters to be created first, and then transaction to be updated, and then only your reports are to be updated. Okay, the first thing we'll do here is about your masters. That is what we're going to learn today. Very important. Initial classes are very important in Tally because that is your scratch for your software. Without knowing the initial part, the posting is very difficult. Posting is going to be till and it's going to be same postings only. Okay, learning is very easy after some days, but initial classes is very important to attend and concentrate also. Okay, students, please concentrate carefully how I'm going to work through this. Okay, as masters. Okay, when it comes to masters in your Tally, so for example, when we take a transaction, for example, let me take deposited 20,000 as cash, 20,000 as cash in SBI account. In your SBI bank account, you have deposited 20,000 rupees as a cash. This is a transaction. Okay, this is a transaction now. So to do this transaction, what is the things we need to do it? Okay, that is first let us see what is the journal entry we need to do this, which are the accounts affecting on this. Okay, first thing. So when we take this transaction, okay, there is deposit of 20,000 rupees as a cash. So we have two accounts which is affecting this transaction as we are following always of double entry system of bookkeeping, right? Okay, double entry system of bookkeeping. Okay, in the sense we need to have both the aspects as debit aspects as well as your credit aspects. That is your double entry system. Okay, we have also single entry system concept, that is it's of not a complete system of bookkeeping we tell. When it comes to a double entry system, we term it as a complete system of bookkeeping. That is what we need to know, the money coming in and money going out, so that we'll have a complete report. That is why we follow the double entry system. So here we need to find out what account to be debited and what account to be credited. That is the reason we follow double entry system. So when we take this transaction, the transaction is telling us deposited 20,000 as a cash in SBI account. So first we need to find out which are the two accounts which is affecting your books. Okay, first we need to find out which are the two accounts which is affecting your books. So here you can see we have to do cash account as well as the SBI account. These are the two accounts which is affecting your books of accounts. That is, one is cash, another one is your SBI account. When we take it as a journal entry, we term it as SBI bank account debit to your cash. Right? Right, students? You can talk. I have given you access to talk. You can interrupt. Initial stage, later I'll hold on it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Okay, here we follow double entry system of bookkeeping. So the two accounts affecting is one is cash, another one is SBI account. So as I follow double entry system, I tell SBI account to be debited and my cash account to be credited. Okay, so well, you know the accounting cycle. Okay, accounting cycle in the sense what flow we follow. In the sense, initially what we do in the books of accounts, we write journal entries. The first,
Sir. Excuse me, sir. Sorry for interrupting.
yes,
Can you please repeat it, sir? Some network issues were there.
from where?
Sir, from double entry system, sir.
Yes,
After
double entry
bookkeeping, after
system is
bookkeeping.
like we follow both debit aspect as well as credit aspects. I want to know the complete system of bookkeeping. So what is the balances out of it? So here, as I follow double entry system, I need to know both two accounts which is affecting my books. When I see my transaction, that is deposit 20,000 in my bank account as a cash, I found this cash account and my bank account is affecting my accounts books. So I need to debit one account and credit one account. I want to see which account is going into and which account is coming out from. Okay, when I apply my golden rules of accounting, okay, that is your real, personal, your nominal. That real tells us debit what comes in and credit what goes out, and nominal tells us debit the receiver and credit the giver, and personal tells that debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. This is the last rule. Okay, as according to that rule, we follow as SBI as debit because money is received by SBI and cash is going out of the account. So credit what goes out and debit the receiver is a rule I've taken. So to do this, as we are talking about masters, so in your tally also we need to create this. Okay, please, if you don't have a knowledge on journal entries, please go through on the books and come back for the accounts. Okay, very important is accounting. As your BCom student, know of telling all those things, you will know the aspects of accounting and all. Okay, coming down, as we are talking about masters. Okay, as I told you the example as this transaction, to do this transaction we need to have these two accounts. Okay, we need to have these two accounts. Okay, okay, these two accounts, to create these two accounts are called as masters. Okay, other way. So when it comes to rules, okay, we have final accounts. We have something called as final accounts. Okay, the reports, two reports we mainly check into is one is profit and loss account and balance sheet. Okay, these are the two main reports we prepare in your accounts. One is profit and loss account and your balance sheet. To prepare these accounts only, we make all these entries and all. Okay, when it comes, so what will affect what? Okay, in the sense, if I tell I have a missionary, I have a missionary. Okay, so in which report I can find missionary, whether in profit and loss account or balance sheet? Is any students you can answer?
What,
In
sir?
in
What,
which
sir?
of the statement, either profit and loss account or balance sheet, we find this missionary account?
Profit and loss.
So profit and loss account.
Sure.
No, sir, in balance sheet, I guess.
Yes, that is balance sheet.
Yeah.
Okay, it is grouped under fixed assets. Am I
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is grouped under fixed assets. Machinery is a fixed asset. It comes in your asset side of your balance sheet. Okay, profit and loss account will not hold any of your assets. Okay, balance sheet tells us one as asset side and liability side. As we take as assets, we have two types of assets. Which are those?
Fixed assets and current assets.
Right, very good. Can you explain what is the difference in that?
So, for example, in fixed asset, it is land, building, and current asset is a cash, gold.
Okay, can you explain it? Because other accounts, I want to check it. What is fixed assets and what is current assets? What will I term? Can I take my bottle as fixed asset?
Sir, current assets are like short-term assets, and fixed assets are like
Long-term
big
assets. Yeah.
long-term. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they're permanent for a long time.
Okay, very good. In the sense, the fixed assets are for the operation of the business.
Yes, sir.
Fixed assets are the operation of your business, and current assets are for converting into a cash immediately. Okay, fixed assets for the long-term process. Yes, you are right. It will be there with you for the longer time process. It is for the operation of the business, not for the sales. Okay, when it comes to a current assets, it's like a stock or cash in hand or cash in bank. It can vary and convertible into cash anytime. That is your current assets. Okay, likewise, that is what I was telling you, the grouping, the chart of accounts. We call it as chart of accounts. How we are going to group your accounts into. For example, let us take Mr. Bharat. Mr. Bharat is your customer. Mr. Bharat is your customer. Under which report you can find him?
Current.
Either profit and loss account or balance sheet.
So,
Profit
profit
and
and
loss.
loss.
Profit and loss.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
So yes, sir, because if we lose him, we
So,
might.
yes, sir. Because in balance sheet, we just have to enter the liabilities and assets also.
Okay, okay, okay. Do you know under which group I can group this customer for?
Sir, balance sheet, sir. Oh no, no, wait.
Balance sheet under what?
No, sir. In balance sheet, it's an asset side, sir.
It's right. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because yeah, sorry, sir.
there is something called as creditors and debtors.
Yeah, data and data.
Okay, who's creditor and who's debtor?
One getting the money is creditor, one giving the money is debtor.
One who owes money is a debtor, to
Debtor.
one who I have to owe is a creditor. In the sense, supplier in creditor, other way we term it as a supplier in terms of business. And it comes to debtor, we term it as a customer. Okay, customer has to owe money to us, and to creditor we owe money to him. Okay, so as in the balance sheet or any accounting reports, we term it as sundry. Remember this words, sundry creditor and sundry debtors.
Yes, sir.
Okay, these are the groups. Okay, how we are going to group this is termed as your masters. Getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any confusion, other students? You have this master. Now I'll get you into the Tally software and teach you what is this master is about. No doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Let me get into your Tally software and clearly understand how we are going to do this theoretical thing into your practical work, how you're going to structure your reports. Let us see in your Tally. Okay, when it comes to your Tally, you can see there under your masters, we have something, three options given. One is create, alter, and chart of accounts. When it comes to create, alter, as I told you yesterday's class, there is three behavior. One is to create, one is to alter, one is to display. Okay, we have three behaviors. Always Tally as this one. One is to create anything, one is to alter anything, and one is to display anything. Okay, this behavior is very important. If you want to create anything, you'll be going to creating option. If you want to alter or delete anything, you'll be going to altering option. And if you want to view something, you'll be going to displaying option. That is what it is given here. If you want to create any masters, you have to go to create. Okay, as we get into create, we have three different masters listing over here. One is accounting master, inventory master, and statutory master. So today we are going to see only on your accounting masters only. Okay, you can see under your accounting master, there is groups and ledgers. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, as I told you in the yesterday's class, this is your home screen. That means your company's home screen. Okay, where I see you the gateway of Tally, the gate position of Tally from where you do all the work. When you open a company, this screen only appears for you. So from there itself, we can have a workflow details over here. First thing is about your masters we are learning. Okay, in that we are getting into a create option. When you get into create, the first option you can see as accounting masters, inventory masters, and statutory masters as a group. Okay, when it comes to accounting master, we're going to see mainly on your groups and ledgers here. Okay, we'll come to the explanation now. Okay, when it comes to masters, we have accounting masters. First, in your accounting master, we're going to check first on something called as groups. Okay, groups in the sense the structure of your reports are being done in this only. Okay, this is the main concept of the Tally. You need to know not only about Tally. If you learn any other accounting software, this is the main part you need to understand. Okay, one thing, that is groups. Okay, what Tally tells us about the groups, as I told you, now I'll differentiate what is that. As I told you, missionary, as an example I've given on the top, this missionary is a account. In the sense, this is a ledger account. And this missionary is grouped under what?
Balance sheet.
Group. I told you something. Group. I didn't ask you about report. In that balance sheet, under what I see missionary?
So sundry creditor.
I told you something. Missionary.
Asset.
What asset?
Fixed asset.
Very good. So the sundry creditors to be allocated to this fixed asset. So this is your group. Understanding? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Create this group only. We have this groups option. This is your ledger, the second master I told you, that is ledger. Okay, to structure. Okay, how you are going to structure your balance sheet, how you are going to structure your profit and loss account is done in only groups. Getting this?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question.
Sure. Yes.
I forgot the meaning of sunrise. Like, what is the meaning? Forgot.
Meaning of
Sunrise creditors.
the creditors are suppliers. We term as an accounting term as sundry.
No,
Okay, this is my suppliers.
like the exact meaning of sunrise.
Sorry. Okay, just can you ask your students to join the group so that I can interrupt why 12 are attending? Okay, I'll come to the point here. As yes, you asked me about sundry. Yes, sundry is just a word for the accounting terms we use it. It is supposed to be given to that sundry creditors as a term for the people to whom I have to pay money. Okay, it is just a term we use as a sundry creditors and sundry debtors to be given to them as a suppliers and your customers. Okay, here machinery to be grouped under fixed assets. As it comes to tally, okay, tally tells you as it is an accounting software. As it is an accounting software, okay, tally will know all the accounting standards according to the accounting standards created by ICWA or any other accounting financial or any institution. Okay, tally knows perfectly what groups the people will use. So tally is giving you defaultly 28 predefined groups. I'm repeating, carefully watch this. I'm talking about under groups as Tally is one of the accounting software. It knows all norms and conditions of accounting standards. So it has created a defaultly a 28 predefined groups that you can use it as a normal accountants. Okay, understand when you go as a job for the Tally, we have two ways of jobs. One is as a accountant and one is as a consultant you can try. Okay, accountant, what is the work of an accountant? His work is to only post the transaction what has been given to him. As a consultant, you need to know the software credentials, in the sense how to work with the tally software. If any issues comes also, you need to know every part of it. Okay, but posting entries, an accountant will know how to only post the entries. As a consultant, you need to know about the software also. Okay, your tally is telling you defaultly there are 28 groups. Okay, the consultant work is to make the company's arrangement according to the company's requirement. In the sense, if the company wants to implement tally in its work, the company will ask the consultant, this is my structure of my company, these are my charts of accounts, I need to work with this structure. So he will act accordingly. The consultant has to prepare a chart of accounts, grouping, structuring of all the accounts, coding works and all, and to be prepared according to the requirement of the company he is proceeding. As an accountant, there is no such works. He has to just post the transaction what is given to him. All other defining, master creations, everything customizations will be done by the consultants people only. Okay, coming to the point, as I told you, when it comes to accounting master, okay, we are talking about groups. Okay, I explained you what is that group is about. Okay, the creation of this main thing is about the group fixed assets. Okay, as I told you, tally gives you defaultly 28 predefined groups. Let us see which are those. Okay, go to your tally. Now I was in the creation screen. So I can't see what has been created. If you want to see anything, you have to go to display mode. That is, here we have something called as chart of accounts. Okay, go to chart of accounts. I'm repeating again. People listen. Go to chart of accounts. Go to your groups option. Okay, you can see these are all the groups. All 28 groups are listing, which Tally is giving you defaultly. You can see the total number of groups at the bottom.
Yes, sir.
There are, yes, there are 28 groups in the list. Okay, and in this 28 groups, there is something called as 15 primary and 13 subgroups. In this 28 predefined, there is 15 primary groups and 13 subgroups. Okay, you can see the structure itself. There are some main primary which is listed in the left hand side, and slightly forward you can see these are the subgroups. Getting this? Okay, out of 28 predefined groups, we have 15 primary and 13 subgroups. I'll show you the count clearly in the software itself. Okay, in the list of groups, you can see in the screen, in the right hand side of the screen, you can see something called as multi-master is available. Okay, I'm going to that option and alteration screen, and you can see this 28 count. You can see the headings here as primary. Yes. Okay, you can see there are 15 primary. You can see there 1 to 15 is your primary groups. From 1 to 15 is your primary groups here. Okay, that is from your capital account to your indirect expenses is your primary groups. Okay, remaining from 16 to your 28 is a subgroup of that primary group. In the sense, as I told you, you can see sundry debtors here. It is a subgroup of current assets. So current asset is a subgroup of, sorry, current asset is a primary group. You can see there is a sixth primary group here, and subgroup is something called as sundry debtors is a subgroup of current assets. And you can see sundry stock in hand, deposit assets, or bank account, cash in hand, cash at bank, all are under your current assets. Likewise, we have various current liabilities, loans, and capital account are the other primary groups which as the subgroups, and the structure of that is your chart of accounts, which is listing in this list of groups over here. Getting this, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now my company don't want this default group structures. I want my specific groupings. In the sense, my company may act according to its requirement, its customization, and how I required in my company only I can prepare my structures of my report. So for small example, I'll tell you. Okay, here you can see that it is showing as indirect expenses. In my company, they don't call anything as indirect expenses or direct expenses or anything. In my company, they term it as admin expenses. For example, they term it as administration expenses, or they term it as factory overheads. Okay, there is something called as fixed assets as a group. In my company, they don't take as fixed assets. I have fixed assets in my company, but I want to differentiate as office assets and factory assets. I have my factory place also. I want to differentiate in that way. In the sense, I differentiate as I have fixed assets. Fixed assets is my main group. Under that, I want to play as factory assets and office assets. In this way, I want to structure this. Okay, I want admin expenses as a main group, and I want factory overheads as a main group. I want fixed assets as a main group, and I want two subgroups as factory assets and office assets as a structure. You people are following, you can understand this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll go into the creation screen now. Okay, I want to create that own structure. Under your master, go to the create option. You can see group. You will be directly taking it to creation. That is group creation screen. Okay, there you can provide that name. I want administration expenses as a primary, in the sense main group. Okay, I'm creating administration expenses. Okay, administration expenses. I'm going to group under as primary. You can see primary. I don't want to group it under any of the group which is being listed. I want to make this as a primary. That means it has a main group. I don't want to structure on anything. Enter. And always in your accounts, we have only this four nature of accounts. For nature, something called as, apart from this, there is no accounts at all. Apart from this main group, there is no accounts at all. Something called as assets, liabilities, incomes, and expenses. These are the four things always as accounting things. Okay, there is no any other part of any of this apart from this four. You can see everything will fall under assets, liabilities, incomes, and expenses. Apart from this four nature, nothing is there as a grouping in your accounts. So this four nature is following here. You can see the four nature of group. Nature of group, so it is an administration expenses I have given as a title, so it will fall under expenses group. Okay, you can see there, does it affect your gross profit? It is asking. Will your indirect expenses affect your gross profit? Can you tell me what is this gross profit? Okay, that is something like the net before your net profit, in the sense the subtraction of your sales minus your purchases. Okay, adding to that your direct incomes and direct expenses only give you your gross profit. After your gross profits only we subtract our indirect and indirect expenses and indirect incomes, then we get our net profit. Okay, this account will not affect your gross profit, it only affects your net profit, so this should be in no only. Okay, other things let us discuss later, and just accept the screen. Your group as admin expenses is created. I'm repeating again, please concentrate how I created.
So
From
excuse
your
me, sir.
group, yes,
So how can it affects our gross profit, sir? Because we are
it will
just
not
changing
affect,
the name.
it will not affect your gross profit, I'm telling.
Yeah, that's why. But they're asking in the question, no, sir. So we have to write no or yes. Why?
If I tell S, it will affect your gross profit, it will be as a direct expenses.
Okay.
Only direct expenses will affect your gross profits.
Okay, got it, sir.
Indirect expenses will not affect. Admin expenses is not direct expenses.
Okay, sir.
Okay, here under your masters, go to create group as administration expenses, comes under your primary group. I'm selecting as a main group, and I have to tell the nature of group as expenses, as I'm not putting under any of the group. So expenses. And does it affect your gross profit? I'm telling no, because it will not affect, because it is an indirect expenses. Just enter and enter, and you will get accept. As I told you previously, there is no save in your tally. It is all accept in your tally. Yes, enter. You're accepting your ledger. Sorry, your group is created. If you want to view that, go to the chart of accounts, and you can see the group structure. You can see something on the top as administration expenses.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is a primary group. That is why it is not grouped under anything. As a second example, I told you, I want to maintain main group as fixed assets and subgroups as factory assets and your office assets. In the sense, already I have a main group as fixed assets. Under this, I want to put factory assets and office assets to maintain the balances according to the location wise. So I want to maintain this. So to create that, go for create option, group. I'm creating the first group as factory assets. I should put it under
Primary,
students.
sir.
No. I told you I want to group it under fixed assets. I want to be this as a subgroup.
Factory assets.
The factory assets to be under fixed assets, I'm telling.
Yeah, so we have to add
Understanding?
fixed asset there.
Yes, yes. So I am going to drop it under fixed assets so that that becomes a subgroup of fixed assets. Okay, nothing as group behavior, just enter and accept this. Likewise, you create your office asset. Same way, put it under fixed assets so that two structures will be under your fixed assets group. Okay, after creating, go check your groupings there under your chart of accounts, and you can see in the grouping structure, you can see under fixed assets there is two things: factory and office assets. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the creations of masters are this only are main. Now I'm structuring my reports in this format. If I do this only, my reports are perfect. If I wrongly do something here, my reports will be in the wrongly manner only. So this is the thing you need to understand going into your tally. Okay, as we have many groups to create, many things to structure. For example, you have around 200, 300 ledgers or 200, 300 what is that, groups to structure. You can't be doing one by one in your create group. Yes,
Yes, sir.
you're getting my point. So I don't want to keep on creating one by one. I have an option for multi-master creation, as I've showed you before. Okay, we have multi-master creation. In the sense, at once I can create many. Yes, so far we are creating one by one. If you want to create multi at once, for example, I have my customers, that is debtors. You agree debtors? You understood debtors, right?
Yes, sir.
So I have various customer types. Like I have customers from Bangalore, customers from Delhi, customers from Mumbai. I have many customers. So I want to differentiate according to the state wise or the city wise. Like I have Bangalore debtors. I have Delhi debtors. I have Chennai debtors. In this way, I have to structure. Now I have many groups under one group. Getting this?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I have many groups to structure under a single group, instead of doing it one by one, you can structure at once itself from your multi-master creation. Okay, how to do that? I'll show you now in your tally. You're following me, right?
Yes, sir.
Am I fast or is it okay?
So, okay, sir.
Here, go to your chart of accounts. Don't go to your create option, go to chart of accounts. Okay, go to groups. And there you can see the right hand side, there is multi-masters. Okay, know your shortcut, that is Alt H. If you find single line below that alphabet, that means you're going to use Alt and that alphabet. Okay, click on multi-master and go to creation screen so that you will get the option in this screen. So we know that under datas, that is under sundry datas, I have 3 datas to be maintained. Okay, so you can see on the top under. Okay, I have to drop here as sundry datas. You can see that group is mentioned. Okay, now I can put my multi. For first is about your Bangalore. Bangalore. Bangalore datas. Enter. Then Delhi datas. Then Chennai datas. Likewise, you can keep on adding in the group so that you can add once, you can create many. You're understanding?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, just enter and accept the screen so that you can see the structure now under sundry datas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the part you need to understand in your master creation initially, that is about your groups. Okay, and one more point I want to tell you, you can't delete the default groups. You can't delete the default groups. In the sense, we have around 28 default groups, right? So we can't delete the default groups. But the groups which you have created, you can delete it only by going to alteration mode, group, and you can select the group. If you want to delete this Bangalore group, I can open. The shortcut to delete will be Alt D. Okay, if you want to delete it, you can delete it, whatever was created. But if you try to delete whatever is already been there, like bank accounts, you can't. You can see Alt D will not work and delete option will not work for the default 28 groups. The groups which you have created, you can delete it whenever you like. Got this?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So now under your masters, we were into accounting masters. We learned on the first thing something called as groups. Okay, we have 2 ways to create. One is single group creation, and we saw about multi-master creation as multi-group creation also at once. And how the subgroup and the primary group is created, we have seen. Okay, this is how we have to create it. Okay. Any clarification in this group creation, please?
No, sir.
Yes, other students?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, good. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You should get 6,79,007 as a point, and you can understand on it. Okay, after seeing this after doing this, just take this screenshot and upload it over there. Simple.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, one is to be in the what is that, Word file. Okay, how to create, what do you mean by a masters? What is this accounting masters, ledger, groups, how many default? Okay, which are those defaults, how many primary, how many subgroups? Okay, those details you need to update on that points and all with the text datas. And I want to see a screenshot of this assignment. I will upload this file, the assignment file in the drive. You can see there and work on it and understand. Yes, any clarifications you require?
In which file should we which screenshot do we send, sir? I didn't get it.
Sorry.
Which screenshot should we send?
The last
Yesterday I've shared you a link, right? So in the WhatsApp group, what we are doing now, listening.
Yes, sir.
The last you had sent, you said that you should be sending a screenshot of this particular screen. So that screen I missed it.
This I will upload in the drive, Google Drive. The link for that is in the description of your group icons. You can see that the group description, I have put all the links. In the WhatsApp group, I have put all the links, drive link, what is that? Assignment upload link, everything. The drive link, I'll be sharing you this assignment. You will prepare it, that screenshot and the Word file will be shared in that link where you need to submit your assignments. Yes, any other queries?
So tomorrow we have class.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Or schedules were not given to you from your college?
No, sir.
So tomorrow is New Year, that's why.
They're all daily, even Sundays.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, that's it. If any other queries, you can ask me. Another 2 to 3 minutes, I'll be here. Then we'll wind off.
So this one shared, sir. 35. So
Yeah, I'll share in the drive.
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir, can you once scroll through your notepad, sir? Down, sir, please.
So, sir, I don't have desktop, so I just have to write the how to create ledger, right?
Ledger groups and the details of those things, you can just write it, take shots and upload it.
Okay, sir.
Try maximum to practice with something.
Yes, sir.
Next one, sir.
And one more information, students, you can download your application, your NICT's application, you can download it and install it. Login ID will be your phone numbers, your mobile numbers, what you have given to your college or anything. Okay, that will be your login ID, and password will be, you can see there, I'm just typing the password. For everybody, it is the same password. N will be in caps, ICT 15 will be a password. I'm repeating again the instruction what I've given here. Okay, please install NICT's application. The login ID for that application for you all will be your phone numbers, and this will be your password for everybody. You will be getting assignments and other things over there. You will be getting the library sessions. You can go through on your books also on Tally. Any attendance updating, your anything updates will be in your application itself. You can log in anytime and open and check with your other things, attendance and other or examinations also will happen in that position only. Am I clear?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
like from where should we install it, sir? Should we
From
type
Play
it
Store.
in the Google or something?
From Play Store you have Play Store. From Play Store you can download that NICT's application.
And sir, in
Or
exam,
the link is in the WhatsApp group.
we have to do it in desktop.
It's possible in phone also, on desktop also, not an issue.
Okay.
The description for the app link is in the WhatsApp group description itself.
It will be online, sir.
It's an online examination.
Okay, sir.
It's an objective types. You can just click on the right answer and submit. Keep on, there are around 60 questions. 40 marks is allocated for the assignments what you're submitting out of 100.
Okay, sir. And so when we get our certificates, sir, after giving the exams?
Within 10 days to 15 days of your submission of your examination.
Okay, sir.
Certificates also may be online or it may come to your college.
Okay, sir.
So NICT app is supported for iOS, sir?
Yes, iOS is also supported. Yes, it is there.
Okay, sir.
Okay, done. We'll wind off.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We'll meet you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.